All right, abusuan channel and so mo akwa abaso nkoso emra ye channel so ha eda so aye bear media gh. Abusuan be so wase enani dey connect channel so be so wase be subscribe like na wa bo aso ahema for person be tie no enya bi etie. Na abusuan obi ebeka say Chema Wontumi is in big trouble. Yes, Chema Wontumi is in big trouble. Abusuan amaneboni echemu echese Chema Wontumi atumi abom awuramu ewo ye CocoBod kwa akwaje eye 50 million eye Ghana cedis a enya asem ketua. Abusuan sa 50 million ya okoji ye dia eno de sa scan no e de eye abusuan amaneboni chemu echese o che scanim e de bi ekoto eye treasure bill adwuma nkoso de sa scan no e de eye no wa fanye mu 30 million eko eye treasure bill na 20 million abusuan eko hefa eha eda so aye bear media je abusuan se ena de connect channel so e be so subscribe like no abo so share am for person be tie no enya bi ate yinti nkoma again,
in terms of recovery, when the president said Yoko had recovered 600 million Ghana cedis, there were those who said, oh, we should publish the list. I clarified that apart from oral, Yoko is an established organization that deals with regular crime, money laundering, tax evasion, carjacking, cross-border crime, and all that. So in their normal routine course of work, they've done 642 million Ghana cedis recovery. In 2024, they did 186 million recovery. So this one actually is an improvement on that. But in terms of oral, the only time, again, there are two lawyers here who will bear me out. The only time you can recover is when the person has been convicted. What you can do in the interim is that you freeze the assets to protect it so that in the event that in the course of the trial, they don't divert it and move it outside of the jurisdiction. Indeed,
that is why I asked you that question, whether you have the power to convict. And I'm saying
no, I mean the court, yes, the court. When the court convicts,
your mandate
is prosecution. That's all, and that is what we are doing.
Yes.
But I'm telling you what steps have been. Every case that has been investigated or is in court, they have taken steps to ring fence the assets. Indeed, there have been instances where some of those whose assets have been frozen have contested. They've said that the assets don't belong to them, and therefore the state cannot purport. They are allowed to do so. It's part of the judicial process. Everybody accused must be given sufficient opportunity to defend themselves. In the case of lawyer P. Akubi's client, Wontumi, he would tell you his assets have been frozen.
How much of his assets?
Indeed, I regret to have to. Sorry about it, but
no, the matter is still subject. The matter is still subject.
Fine.
No, you are allowed to mention those aspects.
So he has. Look, we discovered for instance. No, it's not about.
Please go ahead.
I'm not. Let me also make it clear. I'm not pronouncing.
I'm not saying.
I'm not pronouncing on the substantive piece. I'm only telling you the facts. I'm telling you the action that the state has taken. So, for instance, on the 8th of January, 2025. It was found that about 50 million Ghana cedis had been paid him from CocoBod.
Yeah.
CocoBod for some work that he said to have done. He moved 30 million of that to purchase some securities. In other words, bonds. I think treasury bills. And then about 23 million to purchase or set up an insurance company.
Hey, man. When was this?
Oh, this was in January, February.
Last year.
Yes. So all these assets have been frozen as I speak. Indeed, again, look, even his mobile money account has been frozen.
Yes. Mobile money account.
Even his mobile money account has been frozen. Unless he sets up another one or use another conduit, he cannot use mobile money, receive or send. So that is the extent to which the state has gone to ring fence these assets, pending the determination of the case. How can anybody see this and say oral has died? The other issue too is that it is important to do thorough investigations. The reason being that it costs money to prosecute people. There may be cases where you suspect strongly that wrongdoing has occurred, but you may not find the evidence. In that case, you don't go at all. You suspect strongly that there must be some wrongdoing, but either the evidence has been so well concealed or that the information available is sketchy and scanty, so you can't go to court with it. In that case, even if you have that suspicion, you cannot go because it costs money, it costs time to prosecute people. It is state resources that are used to do the prosecution. So if you are not absolutely certain, you cannot go there and waste anybody's time. So it is not fair to say that oral has not died. And if those who are most affected by oral, MPP appointees, are saying that it has died, you must understand the political context within they are saying so.
You see, in this same audit, what we're told is that some 89.4 million was said to have been paid to 5 banks, classified as 1D, 1F interest payment.
Yeah.
But all these 5 banks, when they were contacted, said, look, we don't have any records of such amounts being paid to them. Quite concerning, to say the least, is it not?
Yes, but I'm not surprised.
Why?
Not surprised because that's been our stock in trade. You know, this thing didn't start today. I'm sure you have this in Domlevo on. You hear Auditor General, previous Auditor General say it. And that's how come I'm mad that Johnson Ekwuamesi is still in office.
Why?
I mean, come on, that shows that they were doing a poor job. You see, we've always been saying that, look, Ekwuamesi is not up to this job. He's not.
General?
Or the Auditor General.
Who conducted this audit?
No, they added the private sector people.
Yeah,
These things, look.
And,
yes. They added private sector people because he sat in there, he didn't see or colluded. That's what we say.
How do you even make that conclusion?
Very good. You see the part that is the bank transfer advice. Bank transfer advice, yes. That one means that's at the last stage with the governor for them to be paid. And that would have passed through the Auditor General's office. This one. This one, yes.
Almost 18.3 billion?
Yes. The controller people. After controller, etc., goes to the, what do you call it, the Bank of Ghana, etc. So all this while, what were they doing? All this while.
So you'll be questioning elements within the Auditor General's department,
yeah.
And not the person who is leading that.
Good.
Has he been the one to?
Good. So now let's come. So for it to have gone through the whole value chain, you know this one, let's understand the value chain. You know this 18, it goes through many steps, even sometimes to the regional and district levels. It comes all the way, validation, way to the top, controller, Bank of Ghana, okay, the ministries there, the technical people, they all do. They assess it, pass, go on, right? And then to BOG. And we're saying that these things that you are talking about, didn't they happen in the previous years? During the Auditor General audit, and then also, of course, we will lay some of the blame at the internal audit agency. You know, they are inside the institutions, right? They too, they are supposed. Oh, there's one of them that the internal auditor passed the stores receipt. Do you have the slide for it as part of the report? Stores receipts advice. Yes, the internal auditor passed. So you see, it's a whole organized crime, a whole criminal enterprise. And I'm saying that so to the top. And Auditor General, the last stop, when you audit, okay, and you're not able to see, what are you doing there? So it's not the only one, but I'm just saying that, that's the last stop. External audit, you go and do, you don't see. And then a new government comes and has to do what? A special audit. You see, has to do a special audit. And I'm saying that some of these things, the recycle things, you see, about 4 billion of it, let's go through, about 4 billion of it is recycled. Payments that have already been made in years past. But because now there is opportunity, because there's a new government. So that's what I'm saying, that so throughout, I'm not laying the blame at only the Auditor General, the internal auditors, the technocrats at the ministries, right, at the regional level, the district level, all of these people. That's how come I joined what Apia Kubi is mentioned, that we should have names. So let's take each specific one. Like, I'm even most interested in the 4 point, do you have that slide? If you can show 4-point-something billion in recycled claims. We had already paid.
They come back for all.
Yes, something that we had already paid and finished. Then, yes, then they represented. 4-point-something billion. That one we had already paid. Out of the, 8.1 billion was rejected. I'm taking the bigger figures. 8.1 billion, when you check the report, 8.1 billion was rejected. Out of that 8.1 billion that was rejected, 4.1 billion are recycled claims. So claims that have already been paid, done, dusted. And this went back to the various districts, to the the regional ministries, passed on to Accra, the various ministries, and then to Controller and Accountant General, and then to Bank of Ghana. So that's what I'm saying. So let's find all the people who worked on this. All the
Abusia of family no nuguso ocean boss subscribe no like no watch to me am Alfonso enter to me akabe, and do not forget to click on the notification bell so send be any update be no also enter able to me akabe for family no ensem pina ekoso ewuda yenko no kotie some lo ekoso e wo family no so.
technocrats, the consultants, etc., to the end, and all of this, name them. That Esimesi, you were in charge, and you see the ministries. When we just say Ministry of Gender, what have we said? Who was in charge at the time? Who was in charge at the time? Yeah. You see, so when it comes to Minister of Agric, you know, Brian Champo, he wants to be president. Was he involved in one of them? Yes, Akuto say, yes, Free, the one who ran for president. So it was between him, after him, then Brian Champo came. So when you see Minister of what? Agric, then quickly your mind goes to two presidential contenders of the what? MPP. When it comes to Minister of Health, then you say, hey, Kweku Ajima Menu. Kweku from the assembly.
You see, the forensic audit, the good thing about it is that it will identify the real culprits.
Yes.
It is easy to point to political heads.
Yeah.
But the real culprits may be public servants within the ministries.
But the ministers are
but the forensic audit will identify them. Yeah. Trust me, some of the times the ministers may not be involved necessarily.
Oh,
because I've been to the ministry before.
Responsibility.
Yes, yes, but he will come and explain the situation, and then you will find the culprits. They are there.
Yeah, so he's also part to have allowed it to go. Then what's if everybody say, "Well, I was just MD." MD means that minister means I put in place proper systems. So if your systems are porous and your subordinates are recycling claims, so I'm interested in the 4.1 billion. That one, it kicked. I was like, you know, the various figures.
It's actually 4.4 billion. The
4.4
payments we submitted.
Very good.
Claims paid twice.
Yes, because you see the figures you presented small, they look small. This is the aggregate figure. We had already paid 4.4 billion. And these ones were submitted. So they were going to take this free, stealing. And you said the minister, so you said because you are MD, if the systems are poor, it's not my fault. It's the finance manager.
I didn't say that. MD. I'm saying that so, identify the people who are.
Yes, so we are.
For nothing at all, if the MD compromise a position, he could be also cited for
even without compromise. You are in charge of the system. Ultimate responsibility. So if your system is poor and you are superintending over it, you will also come down with them. Come down, because Ghana will like doing. That's why I said Auditor General must go, head of the internal audit agencies go. Then those ones we quickly know them. The ones we know. Then after the
for all you know, even the institutional head may have reported public servants.
Please hold on.
Where are they? We don't have evidence of that. So we are talking about what we have evidence of. Then you come, the various chief directors. Yes, the payments go through there. Okay, a lot of them, I think they've been replaced because they are under the MPP regime, right? True. But beneath them, the technocrats who passed this, right? The consultants. So if you were a consultant to a project involved in this 4.4 billion, they brought claims that had already been paid, and a consultant okayed it. All those consultants, we will blacklist them because they are part. These consultants are they are part. It's a criminal enterprise with all manner of actors and experts. It's not just a contractor doesn't get up and present anything. You remember this case that I presented? We went to Tamale to do this Northern Development Authority case. Yeah. Yes, that's part of it. That's part of it. You see a claim for 5 cedis, then to be hijacked to several millions of cedis, right? And now you see that. So it took extra effort. I saw it and then presented to the OSP and then pushed. You see, then they went to court and now you see the people are before court. So that's why I said earlier that as Ghanaians, they say the meaning of our name, Ghanaians, you are a warrior, you are a king. Is that how we are behaving? We are all seeking, if you look, we are all seeking to join the loot. In actual fact, it's because the thieves are more than the good people. That's why the system is like this. Let's speak truthfully. It's when you try to do it straight and narrow. No, when they are sharing money, they won't call you because they say, oh, this guy there, he will come and small. And don't call him. So they will gather the thieves are more than the good people. So that's why the system is this fact. I mean, messed up like that.
No, even in support, the thieves go unpunished.
Yes, that's impunity. So we are saying that when Domlevo, in 2017, Domlevo did such an audit and he disallowed 5.4 billion. I'm just reading one of his interviews here. And he said nothing happened to those people. So there is impunity. When NDC, we booted out NDC in 2016. MPP came in 2017. Domlovo did such an audit and discovered 5.4 billion. And I like the analysis Tia Kabiru did, MP. Is it Walwale? Yeah, Dr. Tia Kabiru. He said, look, the $5.4 billion disallowed in 2017-28.
Abusia ahana ebredi be say jumadi na ebebe be so unsubscribe be subscribe. No like and watch jumadi amafo so ensa etumi akabe. And do not forget to click on the notification bell no send be any update be drop biano. Also ensa able to me akabe so for can say some best political and say onya be say POG media so and I been always biano. But POG media na be ke app best political and send be mo the echo and the eba e Ghana amanso for makram.